What? I hope it's working because I'm really tired of this. Spent almost an hour messing with it. An hour. Literal hour. Hey, Dawn. Thank you for your patience and anyone else coming in. I spent literally an hour trying to get this thing fixed up. So, yeah, I won't go into the whole hour of events. So we'll just start. But I did want to start with showing you what I finished last from the last stream. I finished this one page from Europa. Yeah, thanks, Don. I hope I can get the Streamlabs fixed up. I don't know. I may just forget it. I don't know. It's like it worked fine for a long time, and then suddenly it asked me all these questions and messed up my whole day. So it's only part of a day. So fine. It's fine. Um, so yeah, there's that one page. I was gonna do this one too, but we'll just say this one is done and do the other one another time. I really like this page, and I just haven't worked on it before. Well, I did a little bit. That's why it's called. That's why it is called a WIP. So, StreamYard is not my go-to, but it works for the moment. So I use lemon and cadmium. That's what I use so far. That might be a little bit orange there. I'd really like to improve my leaf coloring. Grass. This is one of my favorite pencils with Grisaille, grass. It works for so many things. Leaves, grass, plants, flowers and stuff. I think I will go with warm gray. And put a little shadow. Shadow on the edges. I just need to look at a leaf, I guess, and try to draw from it. coloring is so relaxing. Even after the frustration I just went through. I mean, there are worse things in the world that can happen to us. That was warm gray. This cadmium is a little bit orange. Too orange. Could try poppy. Poppy would probably be. Poppies will help them sleep. Make them sleep. I may just stick with that. I might try poppy. We'll see. Geranium. What did geranium do? Ooh, that's not the color I was looking for. Okay. Thank you to my lurkers. I do apologize. Thank you for your patience. Sometimes apps just decide, I'm going to give you a bad day. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to give you a bad day. Keep wanting to go darker on the... I think Kelly's going to be too... That might work. Kelly is going to be too bluish. Let's see what pine does. Pine, that's good. That's good. I will never get this WIP done if I sit here and add all the shadows and the curving and all that stuff. I will never get it done. So I'm going to try just color. It'll be a new experience. But I do like these two greens together, grass and pine. Since I'm going to do all the leaves pretty much the same, just with varying spots of green and other colors, I think I'll just go ahead and color those, all of them. I can start up here. So leaves are kind of like, fall leaves are kind of like clouds. You think they're easy to do. I think I'll leave just a little green on here. And more green on this one. Well, I'm better at leaves. That's right. I think I'm better at leaves than clouds. Clouds, free-handed clouds, yeah, that's a challenge. Very much a challenge. What in the world is that? Don't know. Trying to get all the ones on the side. And then I could add the darker green. Oh, that's terrible. Looks different than when I did it down here. We might have to change greens altogether. Dark green. For some reason, it was different for that leaf. It's like, what did I just do? That is so weird. That is so weird. I guess it's because I had all those other colors on the top. This is apple. See, like I'm just adding varying shades of cream. This is, I just said that apple. I really do feel like I'm painting with pencil. Rather than coloring with the pencil. Sorry, I'm out of frame there. So last night I intended to come on at 7, and then I looked at the clock and it said 7:30, and I said, oh, great, what did I do? What did I not do? What did I say was going to use on that? All right, let's do a test here real quick. All right, I have dark green. Pine. Grass. Apple. Dark green. Yeah, dark green and apple actually look better than grass. So forget what I said about those other two. Just throw everything you got. Throw all your greens down. See what happens. All right, I've got this crazy thing I do, and I can't remember if I got it from my best friend, longtime friend, or I got it from TV. I don't remember. But, well, there's two things. One of them I got from a book, and the other from the friend is, hey, Brittany, thanks for coming. Thank you, Dawn. Sorry, I didn't read the text up there. So whenever I make spaghetti noodles, I keep stirring them. And I stir them often, or they'll get jealous. That's from a book called Red Cells to Capri that I read my daughter when she was little. And it was one of her favorite books. We enjoyed it so much. And then, yeah, you stir the pasta or it'll get jealous. That means it'll stick. And that has definitely happened to me a number of times where I wasn't paying attention. And then you get all these like pieces in there that are stuck together. Very irritating. Wow. They're playing. Kelly doesn't play with toys. She's playing tug of war with Tyler. The second thing is probably the craziest of the two, really, that stirring it is not a big deal. But when I lift up the spaghetti on the little toothy slotted spoon, I make sure they're mostly relaxed. They're not al dente. And they're not mushy. They're somewhere in between. And I pick one up very carefully because it's hot, and I throw it at the wall. And if it sticks to the wall, it's done. If it doesn't stick, then the spaghetti can cook longer. The piece that I threw in the wall, I just give it to the dogs. So that was kind of fun. Let's see. Now we're going to go with that lemon. I suppose I could do where, well, I'm varying the amount of color that I put in there. I might make this one darker, I'm not sure. Hey Verity, thanks for coming in. I am using Grisaille. It's up in the title. Pretty sure it's in the title. Yep. Nope, it's not. Well, before, when I was trying to get it all straightened out, it was in the title. Hey Verity, I'm kind of frustrated. I had some technical issues that I couldn't figure out, and it took an hour to get the live stream back up. But I will be over at your place. I said that I was going to do 9 to 11 today, and it turns out to be 10 to 11. Which is fine. It's just fine. I'm not sure what that is. The middle part of the leaf? It looks more like a piece of branch. I guess that's a piece of branch sticking out. That's what I'm going to say anyway. Alrighty, next. I think I'll start with the red first because that's who I want to work in. Now, if I go into the green a little bit, that's okay because that'll make a nice brown color that some leaves have. Sorry. It is one of those days, y'all. It is one of those days. So, Danny, any of you throw spaghetti on the wall to test to make sure it's done? Usually, though, well, I don't always do it because I can tell from the way the spaghetti lays when you pick it up with that slotted spoon that's got little sort of like, here's your lesson in drawing today. It's sort of like, well, there's definitely, no, that's not it. It's sort of like this. So there's a hole here. Yeah, so you have I don't think I could be a coloring book artist. So it kind of looks like that. That's pretty good, I think. Anyway, I picked that up and see if the spaghetti is laying properly. And then I know that it's done. I don't always have to throw stuff on the wall. Although it's kind of fun. I don't know what my father-in-law thinks of that. He'll be sitting there and he'll see me do it as if, oh, that's normal. Instead of, why is she throwing that on the wall? I mean, I've told him, I said, I throw that on the wall to see if it sticks. It's just a fun, silly thing. I'm pushing a little more on here. I may put in some brown down there, just cover it with green. If you mix green and red together, you get a brown. All right, let's try that. Let's see what happens. Grass. I think I messed up on that. Yeah, YouTube can be irritating. Now that's coming out. Let's try the dark one instead. Well, probably didn't want it to be down that far. All right, now I'm going to try a little orange. Almost looking like poinsettias. That was the poppy. I want to stick a little bit more orange in there. Oh, puppies. Why are you making so much noise? Random is difficult for me. For instance, making quilt tops. I have a hard time doing scrappy. I have made a scrap quilt before, except that it had some kind of rhyme or reason to it, as I couldn't just do scrappy. Not very well. I'm not sure I like that green on there. I think I'm going to add the yellow here. Shh. Oh my goodness. The dogs are going crazy. So I ordered this book last night. And I haven't started reading it yet, but it's a dog training book. And it was $4, $3 on Kindle. What y'all looking at me for? They just stopped and stared. What you doing, Mama? Stay right there so I can take a picture of you. Oh, they moved. I hate that. It's like they saw the camera and they turned. I'm going to use the Grizzly blender on here and see what happens. Sorry about the shadow. I don't know how to get rid of that, so I really want to like this. Maybe it's the paper. You never know. You just never know. Well, let's try the full blender. See what happens. See if it makes me happy. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. But it's not terrible. This is the Grizzly one again. I guess you just have to have enough pigment down. All right, well, I'm going to add more. I didn't even put any yellow on that one at all. Right, and then let's do the lighter green. So, what are your plans for the weekend? That's always a common question. And all of you that celebrate Thanksgiving, what are y'all going to do? You going to celebrate with family, by yourself, go on vacation, whatever? Sometimes I can't even find the boo-boo. We were going to go away for Thanksgiving to visit family. And then that fell through. Oh, hello, Zoe. Hello, Steve. Hello, Steve. Top of the morning to you. Well, I can do a relatively good British accent, but I can only do it if I'm not thinking about it. It usually comes out when my sister and I are hanging out, and then we'll do kind of randomly a British accent, and it's very funny. And it's not something I can record. I guess I just feel embarrassed to try, you know. It just has to be natural. I think those leaves look pretty good. What do you think? So I'm not going to bore you by doing tons of leaves. We're going to play around with the browns. I think I'll start with a lighter brown. Thank you, Zoe. I'll start with a lighter brown. This is raw rumber. It's rumber. Oh, I went over. That's fine. That's just fine. We usually don't have any plans for the weekend. Just do our normal things. We pretty much do every day, except my husband is home. I mean, he's home anyway. He works from home, but some days he does go in to the actual office, but he does IT. And when 2020 happened, they said, just stay home and work from home. And then they just didn't even change it until this year, this past summer. Yeah, maybe y'all ought to come in. Let's try it. is a little bit. No. Tyler's trying to get Robin to play. Are you trying to get sister to play? Yeah. Are you trying to get sister to play? Okay. I got a picture. Right before I took the picture, she fell down. Fell down. She just laid down. Now he's showing her the toy and saying, "Here, play with this toy." Isn't he a cutie patootie? I'll look over at them and they'll stop in mid play. This is terracotta, which I'm not sure why I'm using that. It's a little orangey. I don't know. I'll go with it until I decide that I would rather add something else. Woo. Ooh, I like this chestnut color. We'll just go right over it. I'm not sure where any light source is here. I'm just putting them wherever. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like those three. Umber. Terracotta might be a little bit too red for that. Yeah, I probably will not use the terracotta. I like those. And then add some of the charcoal. I'm not sure I like that brown after all. But I do want to use the charcoal to kind of make the lighter colors stand out. I like using this for shadows too. So we got raw umber, chestnut, and charcoal. Charcoal you could add just to the end of almost anything. All right. The berries. Ooh. This is almost too red. I may erase some of that and stick more green in it. I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it for the present. Okay. Now those are acorns. But then you've got these little berries. So I'm not sure what those are supposed to be. But we'll make them ultramarine, I guess. It's a good middle color. I think I'll start with a light blue first. Giving gradual pressure. Pressure changes. I haven't even given thought to the background. I may not do a background. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see. And then we'll know. Trying a little black, which I'm not sure I like. Oh, sorry about that. Sleepy. The focus stream yard doesn't have the greatest focus. Yeah, I'm really not digging the. It's probably this dark color I'm not liking too much. Of course, there's only so much I can pull up. Yeah, it's still going to be kind of a weird brown orange there, but it's not as bad as it was. Yeah, I don't know. Why? I mean, it could be. It's just I look at it and I go, "That's too red. I want it to be greener." I think I might stick that yellow in between the red and the green, which is probably what I should have done in the first place. Okay, let's erase a little bit of that and add some more of that yellow there. And then we can add some more of the green. And then we can use the warm gray for the shadow instead of the green. That's not doing much to that spot there, so I don't know. Might have to go in with different, like maybe black. That might be too much, but let's give it a try. Just very lightly. I think I'm going to switch back to this. Yeah. Or if I could use this green gray on some of this. I mean, that's what I'm making on the, no, down here I wouldn't do that because I'd rather just use the gray. Trying to figure out where the one leaf begins and the other ends. Last weekend we had family visiting. That was nice. My cousin and his wife. That looks better. I like that. Thank you, Callie. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm still thinking, oh, I want more green in those leaves, but like too much red. There's too much red. You really hardly need another orange because you're going to be making orange with the red and the green. I mean, sorry, with the red and the yellow. Just trying to put some yellow between the blue. I can't get my color straight today. With the between the red and the green, which may be a lost cause, but it'll be okay. It will be okay. Thank you. I try. I really try. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I've got about 8 more minutes. Yeah, there are some pictures I think, I don't know if they're ever going to come out. Yeah, in fact, I started on one that was on my WIP list to do, and I just was not feeling it at all. And said, you know what? I'm just not. I'm just going to leave it. So it may be a permanent, uh, what did Zoe call it? Abandoned. I can't remember who it was. Um, Shannon said abandoned, I think. Abandoned page, yeah. Now that would be an interesting prompt for, well, it would have to be like for, well, you can do one or more, I guess. You can do any amount. Abandoned month, abandoned page month. Go get one of the abandoned pages that you just can't stand and throw everything you got at it and see if something interesting comes out of it. That'd be kind of fun. Although I have to say, I've really enjoyed doing this WIP month because I'm actually finishing some pages I started. I mean, that's what WIPs are. Right? And it's just nice, um, nice to have that accomplishment. Like, I can finish this page. I don't have to always start another page. I think I may make WIPs part of my regularly scheduled programming. Throw glitter and Callie, that is too true. Throw glitter at it. That's right. Glitter makes everything better, right? I need to throw some glitter on my family. Here, I'm throwing glitter on you because glitter makes everything better. When it gets around the holidays, stuff happens. And you're like, okay, when did we become children again? When did we become children again? I thought we were grown up now. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were still 8 years old. I'm still working on these leaves. That's all I'm going to get done today, but that's all right. That's all right. It is fun. This one's bothering me. Why do some things bother me and some things don't? I don't understand. It just is the way it is. Maybe it was the orange that was throwing me off. Yeah, the next thing I'm going to fix is that. You ready for that? I think the black was a bad idea. I think that maybe looks better now. Just maybe I'll try some terracotta. because you get the brown and then you get the red. And I think I'll throw some of that here. I'm not sure it's doing much to that. So we'll go back to the brown here. I just keep adding layers and layers of whatever color happens to be sitting around. Let's try this brown. Let's try this black. Let's try this green. Let's see what happens. Let's throw the spaghetti on the wall. I'm fine. I really am. I'm fine. Well, I need to go anyway. Throw spaghetti? Oh. So earlier I was telling about the two things that I do with spaghetti. One is that I stir it so it won't be jealous. That comes from a book called Red Cells to Capri. And the Italian grandma in there, is it the mom or the grandma? Anyway, she tells her son, you've got to stir the spaghetti so it won't be jealous, which means it won't stick to each other. I don't know. Or it won't stick to the pot. And the other thing I do is I throw a piece up on the wall to see if it sticks. I can usually tell it's going to stick by the way it sits on this tool. And if it's can't be too mushy or too al dente, it's got to be somewhere in the middle. And I throw it on the wall and it'll stick. If it doesn't stick, then I continue to cook it. And the one that I threw on the wall, I give to the dog. So that was what I was saying. Yes, stir so it won't stick together. Yeah, that's a good story. Hey, Kenny. I am just about to leave because a friend on Facebook is having her live stream. And I told her I would be there. So I tried to start early today. Oh, you taste yours? It is a cooking show. They're talking about spaghetti, coloring and spaghetti. What was I saying? I tried to start at 9, but I spent a whole hour trying to get everything to work, and it was frustrating. But anyhow, it's a shortened day, so we had fun. We talked about spaghetti and different greens and blues. We did greens, blues, reds, everything. So I will see y'all later. Thanks for coming in and being patient with me. And hopefully by Tuesday, I will have this figured out. You're welcome. I'm glad you came in. Yeah, y'all have a great weekend too. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll just see how the weekend goes. See y'all later. Bye.